Hello everyone, very good morning to all. This is Sudipta welcoming you all to StudyIQ OPSC. So guys, there is a scenario based on the OPSC examination. So today's session we will discuss about the climate change, that is a part of Science and Tech, the GS paper 3. So eventually we will discuss everything about the EVS part, the ecology part, and again the Science and Tech part with covering the general science portion. Okay, so let's start the class. Not delaying. The first question of the class. Guys, just give me the answer in the comment section. That the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, that is the IPCC, was established in which year? Tell me the right answer in the comment section. The options are 1988, 1992, 1997 or 2001. So what will be the right answer of this question? Give me the answer in the comment section. This is 1988. So the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, popularly known as IPCC, was established in the year 1988, and in the 1992, guys, year of Rio Earth Summit establishment. What? The Rio Earth Summit. And in the year 1997, the Kyoto Protocol was established. The Kyoto Protocol, and here the 2001, the third IPCC was held. Third IPCC. Clear, guys? Good morning, Sasmita. Good morning, Prakash. Give me the right answer in the comment section. Okay, participate karo, bhal lagibo. So, this is the IPCC plenary and the bureau, the IPCC secretary by the WHO and UNEP, the mix together to build the IPCC in the year 1988. Okay, next see. Next question is, which greenhouse gas has the highest global warming potential, that is the GWP, the global warming potential. That is the which greenhouse gas? The options are carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide or sulfur hexafluoride. What will be the right answer? Shobhan, you are asking me or you are giving the answer? Yeah, the right answer will be the sulfur hexafluoride. As carbon dioxide, the baseline GWP is just 1. And with methane, there is approximately 28 to 36 times of carbon dioxide, and nitrous oxide, there is a GWP of 265 to 298 times of carbon dioxide. Okay, but the highest global warming potential has the greenhouse gas sulfur hexafluoride. Yes, Asmita, very good, right. So how greenhouse gases warm for planet? Guys, you all know about the greenhouse effect, how it impact our earth and the global warming and the ozone layer depletion, everything you have some basic knowledge. So similarly, the global warming potential of human generated greenhouse gases is a measure of how much heat each gas drops in the atmosphere relative to carbon dioxide. With respect to carbon dioxide, when we are going to compare with the other gases, the amount of gases which has the highest emission, that is the greenhouse gases warm planet. Okay. Next, see the term carbon footprint refers to. The term carbon footprint refers to what? Is that the carbon emissions by industries only, or total greenhouse gas emission by a person, organization or product, or carbon content of fossil fuel, or area covered by carbon deposits? Tell me the right answer of question number 3 in the comment section, please. What is carbon footprint means? कमेंट सेक्शन ने आंसर दिया. Yeah, those are giving B, they are right. The total greenhouse gas emission by a person, by an organization or a product is the carbon footprint. Okay, so see the carbon footprint of individuals, carbon footprint of products, as well as carbon footprint of the companies, that totally together to build the carbon footprints, or we can say the three of are conciled to build the carbon footprint. Next, see which of the following is not a greenhouse gas? The methane, ozone, nitrogen or water vapor? Tell me. Guys, methane and ozone, methane तो होची सबुठु हमारा powerful, and this is also due to the greenhouse gas, but the nitrogen is not. The nitrogen is not a greenhouse gas. Very good. Nitrogen is not. See, so the greenhouse effect, you know, if you don't know, then see what is that. Some solar radiation is reflected by the earth and atmosphere, and the reflection, first of all, the solar radiation passes through the clear atmosphere, and some are absorbed. Some rays can be absorbed by the earth atmosphere, and some of are being deflected, and those are absorbed inside the atmosphere, that become the causes of the depletion of ozone layer. Okay. Next, see the Kyoto Protocol deals with. Just recently I have said about the Kyoto Protocol, in which year it is being built. Still tell me, the Kyoto Protocol deals with what? With the desertification, with the biodiversity conservation, with the reduction of greenhouse gas emission or ozone depletion. Very good, Sasmita. No, not D, not with the ozone depletion, with the reduction of greenhouse gas emission. With the, yes, with the, it deals with the reduction of greenhouse gas emission, not with the ozone depletion, Lalit. Okay. So ozone depletion is related with which protocol? This is the Montreal Protocol. Keep it in your mind, this is related with the Montreal Protocol. Okay, and the biodiversity conservation deals with the CBD-7. And about the desertification, this domain under the UNFCC. Ma'am, please elaborate Kyoto Protocol. If you want to know about the Kyoto Protocol or about the elaboration, please join the batch because this is the MCQs class. Yes, I can tell you about that, but do live in the class. We'll tell you later. Okay. So see, what is the Kyoto Protocol? What is the Paris Agreement? Okay. The United Nations Climate Agreements, that is the Kyoto Protocol and Paris Agreement, are been conciled to make the Kyoto Protocol and Paris Agreement about the United Nations. So, first of all, the Kyoto Protocol is being made by the United Nations, that is, was created in 1997, ratified in 2005, had two periods from 1997 to 2020. Then legally binding agreement to decrease the carbon house gases and original commitment to decrease overall emissions by 5% from 1990 levels. From the 1990 to 2020, they set a goal to decrease the emission of carbon and only require development nations to reduce emissions. Targets are set but not determined time frame. And about the Paris Agreement, see, signed in November of 2016, new commitment are due every 5 years. Are due in every 5 years. So, not legally binding commitment to reduce emissions increase accountability and overall goal to limit global temperatures to 1.5 degree Celsius above pre-industrial levels. The asked all nations to reduce emissions and a new set of targets declared after 5 years. These are now due to 2020. Jagat, or what's your name? Jagat Jyoti Prakash Patra. It's a single name or having two names? Tell me. The COP28 held in 2023 took place in which country? The COP28 held in 2023 took place in which country? The options are India, Egypt, UAE or Brazil. Egypt is the host of COP27. So here is the answer of UAE, that is held the COP28. See. So November 30 to December 12, 2023, the participating countries or regions are approximately 200 countries and regions that are party to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Okay? Yes, that is UAE. Very good. Next, see. So, discuss topic about the completion of the first global stockage, that is which is a comprehensive evaluation of progress made on the parties' climate action plans, the measures for loss and damage caused by the negative effect of climate change, new framework for financial assistance for developing countries, and the acceleration to non-fossil fuels. These are the main goals for the COP28 mission. Next, see, the Paris Agreement. I have just said about that. So, the Paris Agreement aims to limit global temperature rise below 3 degrees Celsius, 2 degrees Celsius, 1.5 degrees Celsius or 4 degrees Celsius. Tell me. Guys, if there is an option mentioned exactly 2 degrees Celsius, then do go with the option 2 degrees Celsius. Yes, there is no option such like 2 degrees Celsius. If there is option 1.5 degrees Celsius, then you can go through also that. Okay. So see, guys, first the Paris Agreement's goal. What are the goals? First, save and increase forest area to capture greenhouse gases from the atmosphere. Make finance consistent and aligned with agreement goals. the cold average increase in global temperature to 2 degrees Celsius and limit temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Read the two sentences very carefully and keep it in your mind. So, increase ability to adapt to climate change. These are the 5 set goals for the Paris Agreement. Next, Paris Agreement, in which year it is being built? Just I have just said before, sometimes this is under what? Next question answer there. Yeah, this is the term climate refugees refers to. The climate refugees refers to what? Is that people displaced by war? Is that people displaced by economic hardship? Or that is people displaced due to climate change impacts? Or none of the above? What will be the right answer? Okay, Susmita, go. The term climate refugees refers to. Guys, this refers to the people displaced due to climate change impact. Guys, refugees, we know the exact meaning of refugees. Those people are like from transfer from one place to another place, we call that as refugees. So climate refugees, that means due to the climatic condition, they are not able to survive in the particular place. So they are forcefully or they are bound to transfer their place. And this is what people displaced due to the climate change impacts. See, it refers to people who are forced to leave their homes due to climate related events like droughts, floods or sea level rise, but this doesn't automatically grant them the status of refugees under international law. These individuals are often internally displaced with their own countries, or they may migrate to other countries to seek safety and a better future. Next, see. Tell me, which country emits the highest total amount of carbon dioxide? Which country emits the highest total amount of carbon dioxide? Is that USA? Is that China? Is that India? Or that is Russia? That country emits the highest total amount of carbon dioxide. The total amount of, from the total amount of carbon dioxide. Yes, this is. Tell me the right answer. Guys, this is China. Okay, see the label. This is China. Okay, the largest, and India is the third one. India is the third one. And USA is the second one. But first, Amara, China. Okay, and fourth, obviously, Russia. So, next, see. The phenomenon of warming of ocean surface. The phenomenon of warming of ocean surface, waters in the Pacific Ocean is called. The phenomenon of warming of ocean surface waters in the Pacific Ocean is called the La Nina, the La Nino. There are two words, the El Nino and the La Nina. Sometimes students get confused between the two words, but do not get confused. The right answer will be what? This is, yes, Prakash, the next question answer, give me the right answer. This is El Nino. This is El Nino. See, so when, just a minute. So La Nina, the meaning, maybe if you know the meaning, then you can easily remember it. That La Nina is what? This is cooling phase. This is the cooling phase. whereas El Nino is the warm phase. Okay, this one is the warm phase. And the thermohaline is the deep ocean currents, and the deep ocean current. If there are some question about the deep ocean current, then you can go through the thermohaline circle. Okay. And the Coriolis effect is about the wind direction force. Yes, Prakash, right. So there is in normal year, there is equatorial winds gather warm water pull towards the west, the cold water along South American coast. And in El Nino year, when the warm wear আসে, then the easterly winds weaken warm water to move eastward, and warmer winter convert way. Okay. Next thing, which of the following sectors is the largest source of global greenhouse gas emission? Deflection of wind and the direction of wind is also very much important, from the east to west and the west to east. See, which of the following sectors is the largest source of global greenhouse gas emission? That is agriculture. Which of the following sectors is the largest source of global greenhouse gas emission? Okay. So energy production, the transportation, or the waste management? What will be the right answer? Which of the following sectors is the largest source of global greenhouse gas emission? Largest source of global greenhouse gas emission, obviously the energy production. This one is the largest, or we can say first, and the agriculture is the second one, and the transportation is the third one, and the waste management is the fourth. Okay. Fourth koi this is so much minor. This is not fourth, this is minor. Clear? Yes. So, next question. So, this is the pie chart about the generation of electricity. Okay. What is the main cause of ocean acidification? When the ocean get acidification, so what is the main cause behind that? What is the main cause behind the ocean acidification? That is the oil spills, that is increased carbon dioxide absorption, that is plastic pollution, or that is overfishing. That is due to the increased carbon dioxide absorption, the acidification. Due to the highly increasing of carbon dioxide absorption inside the water layer. Have a look here. So, carbon dioxide from factories and energy combustion enters the atmosphere. Then the carbon dioxide dissolves in ocean water, forming carbonic acid. Then it converted into the decreased of carbonate ion and increased of hydrogen ion. And the pH level of water get lowered and the ocean become acidic. Okay. And the shellfish and the skeletal species affected, food webs and ecosystems get affected and disturbed due to the carbon dioxide. Okay. Next thing. The carbon market primarily deals with. The carbon market primarily deals with. selling fossil fuels, trading carbon credits, mining carbon, or carbon sequestration. Tell me what will be the right answer. The carbon market primarily deals with selling fossil fuels or trading carbon credits or mining carbon. Guys, carbon market, that means the selling and purchasing about the carbon gas. See, what is the carbon market really? When a specialized types of financial market, this is a specialized type of financial market through which carbon credits can be bought or sold. We can bought and sold the carbon credits. The target set to the countries that this much of carbon you can emit for capita or for year. Okay. Next thing, which gas is primarily responsible for the formation of acid rain? Which gas is primarily responsible for the formation of acid? That is carbon dioxide, that is methane, that is sulfur dioxide or nitrous oxide. Next question answer. Give me the right answer. Which gas is primarily responsible for the formation of acid rain? Which gas is primarily responsible for the formation of acid rain? This is sulfur dioxide. This is sulfur dioxide. Okay. The ocean acidification is due to the carbon dioxide, but the acid rain is due to the presence of sulfur dioxide. Clear? Okay. See. So, the carbon emission and the process of acid rain. How acid rain forms? First of all, the emission of pollutants, the oxidization, the sulfuric acid, or the we can say the what, carbon dioxide and the nitrous oxide. These are the minor role play करती. बाकी सबू आपण मानकर as according to you. Okay. So the main process is the SO2. The oxidization method, then with the evaporation of water, then the incorporation. After that, it get deposition over the cloud, then form with the acid rain from the cloud to the earth. Next, see which of the following best describes mitigation in the context of climate change. Which of the following best describes mitigation in the context of climate change? So, option 1 is the managing climate induced disasters, reducing emissions and enhancing carbon sinks, adapting to climate change impacts, studying climate pattern. Which of the following best describes mitigation in the context of climate change? This is the reducing emissions and enhancing the carbon sinks. And the managing climate induced disaster is the adaptation, and just adaptation is the adapting to climate changing impact. This is beyond the adjusting to the effect, and studying the climate pattern is still in the research level. Okay. Yes, 15B is the right answer. So adaptation versus mitigation, what is the main role? That adaptation is a variety of actions that are meant to reduce or compensate for or adopt to the adverse impact that arise from changes in the Earth's climate, and the mitigation, that actions or changes in societal behavior taken to reduce or eliminate greenhouse gas emissions and to remove the greenhouse gases from the atmosphere to prevent significant adverse climate effect. This is the mitigation and this is the adaptation. There is a difference between the adaptation and mitigation. See the next question. The National Action Plan on Climate Change. The National Action Plan on Climate Change, the NAPCC, in India was launched in the year is very important. This is 2008 in India that is launched. And the the NAPCC, that is the National Action Plan on Climate Change, the mission set to goal over the National Solar Mission, over the National Mission on Enhanced Energy Efficiency, over the National Mission on Sustainable Habitat, over the National Water Mission, over the National Mission for a Green India, the National Mission for Sustaining the Himalayan Ecosystem, and the National Mission on Strategic Knowledge for Climate Change, and lastly the National Mission on Sustainable Agriculture. These are the National Action Plan on Climate Change for India. These are the goals set to in India. Next, tell me which of the following is an example of geoengineering? Which of the following is an example of geoengineering? Is that solar panels? Is that afforestation? Is that stratospheric aerosol injection, or that is biofertilizers? This example of geoengineering is the stratospheric aerosol injection, that we can say that the deliberate climate intervention, that is deliberate climate intervention. Okay. And the biofertilizers is for the soil health, and solar panels are the renewable energy, and the afforestation is the natural mitigation, is for the natural mitigation. The biofertilizers are for the soil health. Here 17C. Very good. So geoengineering refers to the intentional large-scale manipulation of the Earth's environment to mitigation the effect of climate change, and it encompasses two main categories: carbon dioxide removal technique, which aim to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and the solar radiation management technique, which seek to reflect sunlight back into space. Okay, these are the two main aim of the geoengineering. Clear? Next, see. The melting of permafrost. The melting of permafrost is a concern because it releases oxygen, methane, sulfur, or argon. Tell me what is the right answer? Question number 18. Please give me the answer in the comment section. there is a question in your mind that what is, maybe there is a question in your mind that what is permafrost. Guys, when a ground is frozen, when a ground is frozen under 0 degree Celsius, that is called the permafrost. So that is due to what? And concern because it releases methane. See, this is the ground and it is being frozen under the permafrost. The melting of permafrost is a major concern because it releases stored carbon primarily as methane and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This release exacerbates the effect of climate change and as these gases trap heat and contribute to further warming. Yes, this is methane. Next, what is REDD Plus? REDD Plus is a global initiative related to ocean conservation, desertification control, reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation, or renewable energy. Tell me. From the full form, you can get the answer. That is, this is the reducing emission. This is reducing emission, reducing emission from deforestation and forest degradation. This is deforestation and forest degradation. That means what will be the right answer? Obviously, this is reducing emission from deforestation and forest degradation. Okay? Guys, clear? Very good. Next. So this is the REDD plus and there is a REDD plus finance aligned with the UNFCC and this is the related finance outside of the UNFCC. That is coordination of multilateral and bilateral financing and here is the incentives for private sector participation. And here it results based finance and here this is the private carbon finance and the voluntary carbon markets. Here this is national and subnational framework. Here is new investment and financial opportunities are opening for them. Okay. Next, see the carbon sink refers to. Tell me, the carbon sink refers to what? The carbon sinks refer to a place where carbon is mined or a system that absorbs more than carbon that it emits or a factory that captures carbon dioxide or a reservoir of fossil fuels. So what will be the right answer? C. All are giving C as an answer. No, the right answer will be a system that absorbs more the carbon than it emits. A system that absorbs more carbon than it emits. That is carbon sink. See, a carbon sink is any natural or artificial reservoir that absorbs more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere than it releases. That much of carbon dioxide released from the atmosphere, it can absorb more than that. and thereby acting as a buffer against the effect of global warming. Example, you can give forest, oceans, and even certain technologies. Okay? 20p. Very good. The next question, the Green Climate Fund was established under the framework of. The Green Climate Fund was established under the framework of. Under Kyoto Protocol, UNFCC, or Paris Agreement, or IPCC. Tell me the right answer. This is UNFCC. UNFCC is what? This is the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Okay. Next, see. The UNFCC or the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, it is a treaty signed by 198 countries. Sometimes there is a question being asked in the examination, that is between how many countries have been signed under UNFCCC, that is 198 or 201, 200 or something. There is a 4 options. You have to choose the right one. So keep it in your mind that 198 countries that aims to prevent the dangerous human interference with the climate system. It provides the framework for international collaboration on climate change mitigation and the adaptation as well. Okay. See the next. Which of the following best defines climate resilience? Which of the following best defines climate resilience? The options are the ability to prevent climate change, the capacity to recover quickly from climate impacts, the ability to forecast climate accurately, or none of the above. The ability to forecast climate accurately, this is the role of science only. Okay, none of the above is not. So there is a 2 options left, that is the ability to prevent climate change, that is just like impossible, or the capacity to recover quickly from climate impacts, that is the right one, that is withstand and bounce back. Okay. Next questions. So I have already told you about the adaptation. Adaptations for climate resilience, the fact is the world will exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius by 2035. In the last decade, the rate of sea level rise has doubled, and net zero by 2050 requires emission to be halved by 2030. Then only the earth can be sustained. The 30% of global electricity comes from renewable resources. Cost of electricity has dropped by 85%. And the natural gas is a fossil fuel, not a clean source of energy. The switching to clean energy will create millions of jobs. Next question, guys. Which of these is a non-annex 1 country under the Kyoto Protocol? Under Kyoto Protocol. Which of these is a non-annex 1 country under the Kyoto Protocol? That is USA, Japan, China, or Germany. Tell me, question number 23, Prakash. which of these is a non-Annex 1 country under the Kyoto Protocol? Guys, except China, these all are the Annex 1 countries. And this is the non-Annex 1. Okay. So, classification of parties under UNFCC. One is the Annex 1, Annex 2, non-Annex 1, Annex B, and the least developed countries, that is the LDCA. Okay. In the context of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and particularly the Kyoto Protocol, non-Annex 1 category, that refers to the countries that are not included in Annex 1 of the UNFCC. These are generally developing countries, meaning they do not have specific greenhouse gas emission reduction obligations under the Kyoto Protocol. They don't want to obey the rule under the Kyoto Protocol. Okay, so China is one of them. Next, the Blue Carbon Initiative focuses on carbon stored. Yes, the Blue Carbon Initiative focuses on carbon stored in, that is, forest, grasslands, coastal and marine ecosystem, or wetlands only. What will be the right answer? The Blue Carbon Initiative focuses on carbon stored in forest, grasslands, coastal and marine ecosystem, or the wetlands. Guys, the forests are not under the blue carbon. This is the terrestrial. This is under the terrestrial. Okay. And guys, the right answer will be what? The coastal and marine ecosystem, because they are the mangroves or the sea grasses. There are the mangroves or the sea grasses. That directly related with the blue carbon initiative. Okay. Yes, 24 is C. So, blue carbon refers to the carbon stored with coastal and marine ecosystem like mangroves, seagrasses, meadows, and salt masses. These ecosystems act as natural carbon sinks, absorbing and storing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and the term blue carbon. See, the term blue refers to the watery nature, like the green revolution is about our food, agriculture, and the blue revolution with the water. In the same way, the blue here refer to the watery nature of. Okay, these stories. And these coastal areas are recognized for this significant role in mitigating climate change. Okay. Next, see, the main objective of the International Solar Alliance, that is the ISA, is. Question number 25. The main objective of the International Solar Alliance ISA is promote fossil fuel use, or promote solar energy, or develop nuclear power, or manage hydropower projects. Solar Alliance, that means you can relate it directly with the solar energy, right? Promote solar energy. Okay, the main objective of the International Solar Alliance is directly related with the there is a promotion of the solar energy. So, what is the Solar Alliance? What is the International Solar Alliance, guys? See, there is a genesis that is jointly announced by India and France in 2015 at the UN, that is the United Nations, the Paris Climate Change Conference. under the Paris Climate Change Conference, that is the COP21 of the UNFCC, and the ISF framework. And guys, the ISF framework agreement came into force in 2017, and after that the International Solar Alliance became so much serious about all the nations. Okay, so about it is a treaty based on intergovernmental organization, that is an action oriented, that is member driven, or the collaborative platform for increased deployment of solar energy technology. Okay, there is the membership among the 119 signatory members, that is the countries. Okay, and the eligibility, is the all United Nations member states, that is 2020 according. There is amendment to framework over the agreement of the International Solar Alliance. Next, see. Yes, the headquarter is at Gurgaon, Haryana. Next, see, which of the following countries has committed to achieve net zero emission by 2070? Which of the following countries has committed to achieve net zero emissions by 2070? Is that USA? Is that India? Is that China? Or that is Russia? Which country has set a goal to achieve net zero emission by 2070? Give me the right answer in the comment section. Tell me. Which of the following countries has committed to achieve net zero emissions by 2070? Sorry, 2070. That is USA, India, China, or Russia. The right answer will be India. So, our Prime Minister makes 5 pledges over the net zero emission. One is India will increase its non-fossil energy capacity to 500 gigawatt by 2030. This one is the first. And the India will meet 50% of its energy requirements from renewable energy by 2030. The requirement source we can get from the renewable energy by 2030 as of 50% of its requirement. And India will reduce the total projected carbon emissions by 1 billion tons from now to 2030. By 2030, India will reduce the carbon intensity of its economy by 45% from a previous target of 35%. That has been already targeted. And by 2070, India will achieve the target of net zero carbon emission. So what is net zero, guys? The net zero refers to the balance where emission of greenhouse gases are offset by the absorption of an equivalent amount from the atmosphere. Experts set net zero target as a critical measure to successfully tackle climate change and its devastating consequences, and that is very much necessary for India. Okay. So there is a China and United Nations and India that much of goal has been set. China have set 2060 and United Nations has been set for 2050 and India has been set for 2070. So next question answer. Give me the next question answer in the comment section, please. The hothouse Earth scenario refers to Earth's recovery from climate change, a runaway warming scenario, an ice age scenario, a cooling of the Earth's climate. The hothouse Earth, that is a runaway warming scenario, that is, guys, the uncontrollable warming. the runway warming scenario, that is the uncontrollable warming thing. The hothouse Earth refers to a potential future climate state where the planet experiences significantly higher temperatures and sea levels than today. So potentially leading to a climate that is difficult or impossible to control. This scenario is driven by the combined effect of human-caused greenhouse gas emissions, climate feedback, and potential tipping points according to the scientific studies. So there is so much, like we can say, the disturbing elements that causes the hothouse Earth. Next, which of these is an adaptation strategy to climate change? Tell me which of these is an adaptation strategy to climate change. Is that carbon trading? Is that using drought resistant crops? Or that is carbon capture and storage? Or that is geoengineering? Which of these is an adaptation strategy to climate change? That is carbon trading, using drought resistant crop, using carbon capture and storage, or geoengineering. The adaptation, I have already discussed about what is adaptation. So according to the adaptation strategy, the using drought resistance crop is the strategy to change the climatic condition. That is the adaptation strategy are the business continuity plans, the community engagement and education, open space preservation, building design and weatherization, and the green infrastructure, the land uses changes, the infrastructure and the coastal resilience, the disaster management and emergency response, and the reforestation, the flood protection, the wildfire resilience and management. These are the key components for the adaptation strategies. Okay. Next, see, the term climate justice is best described as, the term climate justice is best described as legal action against climate deniers, equitable distribution of climate change costs and benefits, banning fossil fuels, or advocating for more research on climate. What is the climate justice means? Guys, when justice come with effect, then in our mind there is a question about the equality. So that is the equitable distribution on climate change costs and benefits. That is climate justice. See, so that focuses reduce climate damage, facilitate a just energy transition, to secure climate justice. And under reduce climate damage, on behalf of community groups, we run powerful legal cases and advocacy campaigns to stop the expansion of climate damaging fossil fuels. And what is the climate justice? That is best described as a framework that focuses on the equitable distribution of the burdens and benefits of climate change, particularly for vulnerable communities and the future generations. So the last one is, which of these is not part of the 8 missions under India's NAPCC? So the National Solar Mission, I have already told you about the 8 missions circularly, and this is the National Solar Mission is under the NAPCC, and the National Water Mission is also, and the National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture is also. But the Wind Energy Mission is not the NAPCC mission. Okay, so this is odd one out, and these are the 8 missions: the National Solar Mission, National Mission on Sustainable Habitat, National Mission of Sustaining the Himalayan Ecosystem, National Mission of Enhanced Energy Efficiency, and the National Water Mission, the National Mission on Strategic Knowledge for Climate Change, the National Mission for Green India, the National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. but not about the wind energy mission. Okay, so this is all about today's class. We'll catch you later on next class on Thursday, I think. Yeah, on next Thursday. Thank you so much. Till then, take care of yourself and your parents first. Stay concentrated on your goal and what are you doing. Keep it in your mind that you have very few time. So do your work accordingly. Take care. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.